it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today I am bringing you a first impression on the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation. I actually got this in my NYX swag bag from iMat. They actually come in 9 shades. The one I have is MSF08, and this is in Warm Tan. I did swatch this in advance just to make sure it was my color, but I haven't tried it out, so I actually don't know how well it works. It is supposed to be portable and buildable and easier and convenient as a foundation on the go. You can use it on the entire face or in isolated areas for extra attention. This says you can use your fingertips, sponge, or a foundation brush. We'll see how it goes when I put it on, and then we'll decide what brush to use. So let's go ahead and get started. And I just realized I don't have my exposure locked into place. Fail boat. Okay guys, I was going to do one side first and then the other side second, but I accidentally put it on both sides. So what I'll do is I'll just not do my forehead. I'll go ahead and blend out this side just so it doesn't dry out, because that would suck. And we can do a compare. Okay, first and foremost, it's pretty creamy. Like, I thought it might be kind of drying, because I always feel like these stick foundations tend to be on the drying side, but it feels really creamy. It is pretty thick, so I'm actually going to use my favorite concealer brush that I use, which is actually a foundation brush from Bdellium Tools. This is 949 to blend this in, because it does feel thick, and I don't really want to pull it. I kind of want to press it, because when you have such a thick foundation, I feel like when you pull it, you're like dragging your skin, especially if it's a thick formula. So I'm just going to press this in. As you can see, I do have redness on the outside of my nose, and this seemed to do a really awesome job at covering up that redness. I do have a lot of freckles, which I just covered up by accident. It doesn't completely cover all of it. Like, I can still definitely see my freckles, but it does a really, really good job at evening out my skin tone, and it's very dewy. I mean, on camera it looks like I'm really shiny, but in person I just look really dewy, which I'm surprised. I didn't think this could be dewy. Okay, so I'm just putting on essentially a second layer just to see how the coverage is now with 2 layers. Okay, so it definitely has more coverage. It's definitely hiding my dark spots better. It hid my pimple on this side. I do still see a little bit of spots. Normally I would use concealer for that, but this actually has, you know, a pretty heavy coverage. Like, for instance, the CoverGirl 3-in-1 as well as my Revlon Photo Ready, those I consider full coverage, and they don't cover up these spots. I typically have to go in and conceal. So I would say 2 layers of this has about the same coverage of the Photo Ready and the 3-in-1, but as you can see, this is definitely more dewy than those foundations. Those two are a bit more matte, especially the CoverGirl, but considering how good it looks in person, I really like it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I notice when I'm pressing down, if I'm not holding onto the part that actually twists up, it tends to twist itself back down as you're pressing down, so I keep having to twist it back up. Okay, I actually only put 1 layer on this side, but it seems to have essentially the same coverage because I did already kind of put some on my cheeks earlier. It is very, very dewy. I would never wear this by itself. I would definitely want to set this, and I am going to set this for this first impression because in reality, I never wear a foundation without powder. It is 1:13 p.m. and I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face. Okay guys, so the rest of my face is finished, except it took me forever because I freaking like poked my eye out. I had an eyelash accident. It is now 2:19, so it's been over an hour, a little over an hour since I last saw you guys. And honestly, in person, my face looks really awesome. On camera, it looks incredibly shiny. I did put powder on, and I did notice that by the time I finished the rest of my makeup, it was getting shiny within the hour, so I did have to dab it a bit. I have very, very oily skin, but this is like extremely dewy. Like, it's dewy the second you put it on, it's dewy as you wear it, and you know, obviously with my oily skin, it remains dewy. So for dry skin, I think this is probably a really awesome option. I do have some dry patches on my nose and around my mouth that normally gets kind of like cakey, especially with mattifying foundations. I did not have that problem with this. It did really well for my dry patches, so I definitely so far think it's great for dry skin. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing other things around the house, running some chores, and I'll see you back in a few hours. Okay guys, I am back. It is now 5:16 p.m. I did just go shopping for a little bit, and my face is 100% shiny. It is very greasy, but the coverage is still there. I still have really great coverage. I can still see my blush. I can still see my bronzer. Everything seems to be holding in place, which is nice. Typically with my oily skin, it'll push everything off and then I'll have nothing. But luckily, I still have everything going good for me. I'm going to go ahead and blot and powder because I do want to film a haul that I literally just hauled. And I will talk to you guys later in a few hours and see how it does after blotting and powder. I am back and it is 9:15. I just realized I forgot my phone out there, but I checked my watch and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been 4 hours. So, long story short, after blotting and applying powder, my foundation looks significantly better. I still have the same amount of coverage even 8 hours later, but I definitely don't have as much shininess, which is really awesome. Like, I actually have less shininess now than I did when I first applied the foundation and powdered, which is incredibly strange. However, I have been doing chores around the house and I've been running around, so yes, I have a ponytail and I look pretty hag right now, but my face looks awesome. I did lick all of my lipstick off, but the foundation itself is doing incredibly well. I am extremely impressed, with the exception of the fact that it's extremely dewy when you put it on. After you blot the dewiness away and put on powder, it does really well. I actually like it a lot. I really like the coverage. I could see myself using this foundation like it says in the description as an on-the-go foundation, and I can see me using this as a daily foundation because it has wonderful coverage. It's extremely lightweight. Yes, it goes on kind of thick, but it's not heavy, which is awesome because usually when you have a thicker foundation, as soon as you blend it in, it feels really heavy. I never felt that at any point during this foundation. It really does match my skin tone really well, and it feels really light, and it was easy to apply, and it blended really nicely. So if you guys have any comments or questions, please ask them or leave them down below, and of course make sure to thumbs up if you guys enjoy first impression videos, and of course make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Erica from Brains to Beauty. Hi guys, it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today I am bringing you a review of the Plant Stem Cell Cream. This is the Goddess Cream that I got from Mimi Box. I've been using this for 3 weeks now, and I wanted to finally do a review for you. I really like this product. It is really awesome. First of all, when I got it, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because the texture of this is kind of, it almost feels like a